What's going on, everybody? Today is August 4th, 2018, and this is the Garden Update Tropical Edition. I will be focusing on my tropical fruits that I have accumulated in the last 5 months, and so really excited about a lot of them and had the opportunity to go ahead and sample a lot of them as well. I have maybe about 3 or 4 what do you call this, Suriname cherries. This one I got at the CFRG green scene in April, and it was in a small 1-gallon container, and it's actually doing fairly well, and I was able to get fruits over there from the tree at the Fullerton Arboretum, and you can see I planted the seeds right there, and these guys are springing up. And so this one I got, this is from Exotica, and same thing, I went ahead, planted seeds, and voila, I have 2 more seedlings here as well. So really great tasting fruit. Some people may not be a big fan of it, but I really like it a lot, and so did my oldest daughter. So that's that one right there. The other is right over here. This one I got for local nursery, and I was able to distinguish the leaves already, and I got one. This one I believe was $20, and put it in a 15-gallon. So hopefully sometime next year I can get fruits. And then this one right here I actually got from Mimosa. This one was I believe $15, but doesn't look as pretty, but yeah. And I know you guys hear that sound. That's the Japanese beetle, or fig beetle. Anyway, let's move on. I got some currants here. This is the gooseberry from the nursery. This year I was only able to get 1 fruit, so see, this sucker's trying to find his fig, but little does he know he ate all of them already. Bastard. Let me try to get it. Anyway, can't find them. This is my purple kaimito. I got this from, excuse me, I got this from the nursery, Champa Nursery, about a year ago, and it's actually doing a lot better than when I first got it. It lost a lot of leaves while I was in the greenhouse, and so it was really getting torched in there, so I decided to go ahead and move it out. Don't mind that, those were just some melons I was growing that I forgot in the pots, and it got attached, so oh well. Over here is my dual weeping mulberry. We were able to get a few handfuls I got from Champa Nursery as well. I guess I didn't know that this guy's seasons are really short, so hopefully next year the tree can be bigger and we can get a bigger handful next time. Some bitter melons right there. Now this is one of many Java plum, or duhat, or jamun we have. We have this one, and somewhere there behind the barbecue there's another jamun duhat about 5 feet tall. And then this is an air-layered Java plum. My wife's cousin said it took them 6 months to root, but it rooted, and we put it in the ground in December. And I can't seem to figure out why this side is growing lush, but this side was dormant. Now, actually, initially it had leaves growing, but it didn't do too well and eventually died. So anyways, we continue with the cherry of the Rio Grande. I got this one just last month, 4th of July, and also I got at the same time, so this is in a 3-gallon pot, and then this is the Pitanga Tuba, the star cherry not to be confused with star fruit. Now, as far as cherry moy, I have a couple. This one is from Gloria. This one she just threw from, it's a seed, she threw it in the corner and out it grew. That is decent sized stalk on it already. Obviously a seedling, but I have I have a grafted one at my mom's house, and I'm gonna go and try to graft one here. I tried to do a graft here using those scissors, but that was a fail. So then I have another one here from seed. What variety, that I don't know. So passion fruits, this one is another I got from the green scene from compliments of the CFRG Orange County chapter. This is the Lilikoi passion fruit. It's in a number 5 gallon container right now, and I know I need to go ahead and put it in the dirt. You can see I have one already in here. I don't think I'll get fruit from it this year just because of the shock, but lots of new growth, so really excited for this one to take off. And at some point, this bongabilia I'm going to go ahead and take down once this guy start to take over. And this birds of paradise white one, same thing, I'm going to chop it off just so then everything will have space to grow. I want this whole wall to be covered with vining plants. Over here, I know some of you veterans have the bigger tree, but mine is small. This one is from Logies. This is the peanut butter fruit. So I'm years away from getting this guy to fruit unless I can get a cutting from somebody and graft it. Now, I noticed with this particular plant, it is susceptible to spider mites, although it may not really do that much damage to the plant. They will keep the guys, it will give the spider mites a place to hang out onto, and then eventually hop on over to my other solanums, my nightshades, per se this one, the naranjia. The naranjia last year at my mom's house was infested with spider mites, and so I really want to get this to fruit this year, just as much as the cocona. Nice fuzzy leaves on top, a little bit smoother in the bottom. And then this one's is the thorny version. Let's see, sorry, get it in focus. But yeah, these guys are full of spikes on top of the leaves and under the leaves. Inga edulis, otherwise known as the ice cream bean. Now, these guys, a few of them got roasted. I should actually just go ahead and chop it off from the sun from last month, but it's recovered fairly well. I have about 4 of them. I have this one here, this one, and then one in a 7 gallon. And at some point, hopefully I can get a cutting from somebody and graft it on here, and you know, I have a few trees to try to graft it on so then I can get it to fruit sooner. But that's that one. One of them, or 2 of them, is from Fangi. Forgot. Okay. This is the curry leaf plant I got from Exotica Nursery out in Vista, California. Lots of new growth, and this actually is just starting to shoot out bottom canopy. Now, I don't know if these guys right here are separate plants on their own, or if they have a root base and they're connected to the roots, but I don't know. I see this one right here. I may try to cut this one to root. Papaya I threw in there, seeds. This big guy here in the 7 gallon container is the black sapote. When I initially got this one from Champa, it had lots of buds, but none of them held, and so Do you hear that? There's a fig beetle in there trying to nest. Okay, I got it. Let's go back to where I was at. So anyway, with this black sapote, none of the leaves, none of the fruits, the flowers set, but it's since then has shot out lots of new growth, and of course with new growth comes more flower buds. And so if I can get one to fruit, I'll be really happy about it. Now, I went ahead and put these guys in the shade because our Southern California weather has been triple digits, and because the canopy really isn't that great, it did have some sunburn, so I went ahead and put it here. This tree right here does provide them with morning sun up to now, which is about 11:30 in the morning, and so they get a good 4 or 5 hours of sunlight. So that's that. Now over here is the June plum, Spondia dulcis. It's woken up quite a bit. Initially I got one that had a whole bunch of fruits already, and I gave some to my coworkers because I know she's gonna love them. This one was from Mimosa. Here is a Namwa, dwarf Namwa I got from Cal Poly. Oh no, this one was from Exotica. This one is from Cal Poly, Pomona. So yeah. Here's the Montingua calubra, otherwise known as Aratilis. In the Philippines, I got these from Logi's, and they're doing a lot better. They were in the tent in my garage, but there's no ventilation there, and so it was stagnant air, and they weren't doing too well. So hopefully by having them out here, they can thrive better. Got some miscellaneous figs. I believe this one is the white fig. This one is from Baker's Creek. So, and then this one is the Panache fig. You heard and saw the Japanese fig beetle earlier, and did a number on my fruits, and so I just took off all the leaves and all the fruits. Now this avocado I got in the nursery. Same thing, got sunburnt, and so since moving it here, it's actually shown lots of new growth, and so I'm really happy about that. And when it gets hotter, that's when I'll go ahead and put it back out in the sun, but because they had no canopy, the branches were burning out and dying. So I believe this is the Haas. Sugarcane. Anyone growing sugarcane? Yes, I know. It's in a number 5 container, and I really need to go ahead and put it in the soil, but I don't have spot for it yet, and so this is actually the second year growing it. You can see this was the old one. Now before I grew tropical fruits, I grew peppers, and so I grow some of the world's hottest, and yes, we do eat them as a fresh pepper, and also as a hot sauce and powder. Some jackfruit seedlings, some Eugenia calcinea from the Plinia Prince in Florida. Now this is supposed to be the Granadilla, but after speaking to Mr. Slowek, he says this is not, and I did see the pictures that he had. They're more like heart-shaped leaves. Some papayas, Hawaiian papayas from seed. This is a K-apple. I'm actually, whether it's male or female, I don't know. I will just go ahead and plant this in the ground. I don't want to separate it. Over here's my white sapote. It was in a number 3, in a 3-gallon container. Since moving here about a year and a half ago, I went ahead and was able to transplant it into a 15-gallon container. Now my dog loves to pee on the, hate it. But anyways, it had a nice canopy, and then because of the heat wave, it lost a lot of the leaves, and they all burnt. But since putting in the shade and only getting morning sunlight, it's actually looking a lot better than it did when I first started. So real happy about it. So last year it did have a lot of flowers, but none of them set, and actually I had a couple fruits, but they eventually fell off. So some Roselles. First time growing it. This is really strange because everyone else has dark calyx on the buds. Mine are lighter. I don't know why. These guys are my dwarf tamarillos. Ashley was able to get a couple fruits on them, but I forgot about them, and so the fruit went bad, and so a few more flowers here and there. Now I have to wait till it fruits and before I can taste it to see if it's worth the taste. So over here is the hydroponic avocado I'm growing. It's about a year old. You can see the roots are down here now. I haven't really fed it, changed nutrients, or changed the water, but it's doing a lot better. And while everyone's avocado was roasting, it actually initially was here getting a lot of sun. It did better. So, and all this top part is all new growth. My sad looking loquat, I'm going to go ahead and trim it, and so next year hopefully I can get fruit. Carob tree I got from Exotica. According to people, wherever I plant this will be for my children's grandchildren, so I may not be able to harvest anything from here. Another Panache fig. Let's see, some dragon fruits. I think this moringa. This is the pink lemonade. No fruits this year yet. And this is the other Java plum I mentioned to you guys. My seedless orange tree. And my peaches this year aren't really doing too well. We're behind schedule. Sometime this year we were already harvesting the fruits, so the fruits are like thumbnail size. Although not exotic, these are my pluots, Satsuma plum. This is the nectar plum. I got good fruits this year, maybe about 10. First year in the ground, and we harvested it earlier than usual, and it was a lot better when it's a little bit on the unripe side, so crispier too. Moringa. My pomegranate from seed. This is about a 2-year-old plant, and look, I got a fruit. Or maybe 2.5. This is my guarana. I got this one from Mimosa. This was about $20. Another plant that is susceptible to spider mites. That's why it's out here on its own. And I'm going to find a place where it's not going to affect my tomatoes or peppers or eggplants or my solanums. Over here is I believe this is a white flesh guava from her uncle, rooted. Some Kiwano melons. I know not everybody was a big fan of Kiwano melons, but you can distinguish the Kiwano melons by the heart-shaped leaves. Stupid spider mites, you can see they're here infesting my plants. Now coming here into the greenhouse, I have a few of the miracle fruits. This one looks healthier, this one, and then I have another one here. It's doing a lot better. Part of it is because these guys have been here all this time, and these guys were outside, but you can see a whole bunch of so much buds but no leaves. This one's recovering, as is this one and this one, so I have a total of 5. Some coffee, some more ingas from seed, some cucamelons, some more Arabica coffee. I went to a nursery that's closing down, and It actually had like one pot had like 9 plants, and so I split them up and want to share it with people. More coconas, rose apple. Now anytime you see ants, it's never a good sign, because underneath you'll probably see somewhere here aphids. So some peppers, hatch peppers, another blood orange tangerine from Frankie, another kiwi, and this is the Montingua from Frank, and he had it on a number 5 container, and it's not doing well. Really didn't have a nice strong rootstock, so hopefully putting it in a smaller container it'll do better. Lucuma I got from Believe Mimosa, yeah, and then somewhere here is a seedling version of it. Over here's my huacatay. It's a Peruvian mint. No, it's not marijuana, it is mint. Some more jackfruit seedlings, Inga, some soursop seedlings, another Savannah cherry, which is the Eugenia calcinea. And what else do I have? I got some white zapote from seed, more cocona. Again, I'm really focused on trying to get some stuff going in the hydroponics. This is a Suriname cherry from seed. This is maybe about 2 or 3 months old. And miracle fruit, which is about 4 months old, from seed. And Inga edulis. And this is a soursop. You can see how much bigger the soursop is. It's actually about almost a foot high. So, and here I'm putting another Savannah cherry to try to get it to grow there. Some aratiles from seed. Over here is the sought after variety of Pepino Dulce. I have one, but it's a nursery bought, and it's probably from Exotica and probably not the best tasting. And this is from Slawek, and these are from Brian Laufer up there in Santa Cruz, and so these are seeds direct from Brazil, I believe, or Peru. Really excited about this one. Hopefully I can get it to fruit. Just one. That's always my thing, just one. Now this is my messy corner. A lot of these are blackberries, raspberries, not mulberries, boysenberries. And this boysenberry got roasted really bad because I was gone for 8 days, but you can see new growth right there. So some wild currant from nursery. He actually just went ahead and gave it to me for free because his weren't doing anything, so I'm going to put it in new soil. Hopefully I can wake it up. Yellow dragon fruit. I need to go ahead and find it a spot, because you can see it's already growing in the number 5 container, and it's taking off and starting to shoot out air roots. But really, I've never seen it grow like that. This is the bigger blood orange tangerine I got from Frankie. There was 2 in the pot, and I went and split it up, and so as it gets bigger, I'm actually going to go and chop it off and graft it onto a pre-existing. Some more dragon fruits, more berries. Then over here is the black zapote I got from Exotica. This was a seedling, so this will be years before it fruits. And I ate fruits, some soursops, and I went ahead and just planted the seeds, and if it grows, it grows. And look at there, got some seedlings here. Kiwi I got from Mimosa. They didn't even know that they had kiwi that they were selling. This is the Isai variety. And over here I got some more jackfruit seedlings here. Tamarindo I'm giving to my auntie finally today. Go to a party, see her, and give her tamarindo. Moringa and some coffee. My blood orange is not doing really good. Hoping to revive it somewhere underneath here, these tomatoes. And this is a yacon. It's a tuberous plant from Peru. Maybe Brian knows about it, but this is the first time growing it. And just like anything, when it flowers, whatever the roots down there are should be edible to harvest. So, but I'll let these guys go until they die off. Passion fruit.